Back again to my channel. If this is the first time you come across this video, you are welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate. So on today we will make it delicious and sweet yummy egusi soup. Yes, so it's egusi na sweet one. Yummy egusi soup. So if you want to know how I make this mouth-watering egusi soup, why don't you come along with me? Let me teach you step by step I acquire this my delicious egusi soup. Let's not take this video long. Let's just move and jump right into the video. Come along with me. So we're using fresh pepper, onion and red pepper with scotch bonnet. So I will start by cutting the big one into smaller chunks and I will blend them. And also I'll be using stockfish and crayfish. I bought them from African shop, so you can get yours if you are in Europe. You can buy yours from any African shop close to you. And also I'll be using egusi. So this egusi, I'll be blending it in my blender right now. Taking it to the blender and blend it properly. Then for my seasoning, I'm going to be using Maggie cubes and salt with bitter leaf. I put in the freezer. Now I've washed it properly. I'm going to be using this bitter leaf, and of course we'll be using red oil. So for the stock, I will be using chicken, goat meat, cow leg. Yes, so I will start by seasoning the goat meat and the cow leg and everything and cook it until it's properly done. Then we get along and start from there. So let's begin.
We'll be starting by seasoning the goat meat. As I said for the beginning, I use goat meat, calf foot, and chicken. So I will start by adding the onion, and for the seasoning, I'll be using a Maggie, no chicken cube and salt. So I will be using like three Maggie cubes. When I start cooking the soup, I won't be adding much of this Maggi soup. Then I will add also the salt. I'll be using this much. Later I will taste for it, and I'll add in water. So I will cover and allow it to cook. So over here, I have the stock I will be using here. So I will allow it to cook. I want it soft. That is why I'm cooking it separately. So I will allow it to cook as well. As we wait for the meat to be cooking, I will go ahead and cut the tomato and the red pepper here and scotch bonnet. I will be blending everything together, though I will not be using all the tomatoes. So I will start by cutting them into smaller chunks. So I'll be blending the tomatoes and everything together here, the red pepper. Okay. Alright, our meat has been cooking for like 20 to 25 minutes. Or let me say 1 hour. I can't really say. I just leave it to cook until it's properly done. So here is the meat here. You can see it's properly cooked. So I'm going to put the meat aside and let's start with the soup sauce. And also, here is the stockfish. I've boiled it and it's all well cooked, ready to be used. Okay, so let's begin. So this is the egusi I'm going to be using here. I've properly blended it. I will just start by adding in some onion that I've roughly sliced. You should slice them into smaller pieces, though I didn't slice it that small. So I will just mix everything together. Let me still add a little bit of water. Okay, I think it's okay like this. All right, so I'm going to mix it properly together. Okay, let's continue. So into my pan I'll be adding in red oil. So I will put enough that to be enough for me to use. So I think this one is okay. So I'm going to allow it to heat up, then I will add in the onions. So here is the onions. So I'll be adding in the blended tomato paste. I added scotch bonnet, tomato, red pepper, and what again did I add again? So I'm not going to pour it in because I will be listing all the ingredients in my description box. So I'm going to allow it to fry until it's dry. So as it's still frying, I will just allow it. After it's done frying, I will come back again and show you. So the tomatoes will be boiling here and the pepper sauce. So here is it. It's dry now. As you can see here, it's pretty dry. So I will start in by adding the egusi. I'll put it bit by bit. Sorry. So I'll be adding in the egusi bit by bit. And I will still be putting my eye on it. So if you are at this point of your egusi, please don't go far away. Just stay close to the egusi so that it will not get burnt. It will get burnt at this point, because at this point it can get burnt at any moment. So you just put your eyes on it and allow it to dry together. So let me wait a little. Okay. So here is the egusi. This is how it looks like. It's very dry now. You can see here. It's properly dry. I just want this egusi to be thick. So I will start by adding in the meat. So I use it's like I have excessive meat that I put. It's like I won't be using everything. So at this point, we'll still add more meat. It's like there's this space to collect some meat. So let me add more. Okay, so here is it. I will start by adding the meat stock I'll be using. So here is it. I will start by seasoning the soup. So I'll be adding in 2 nut cubes. Remember, I'm not using pepper again. I've added scotch bonnet with the tomato paste when I grounded it with the pepper. So I will just add just a pinch of salt. I don't want excessive salt in my soup. So let me wash my hand. So we'll be adding in the crayfish we are going to use. I didn't blend the crayfish. I like seeing the chunks of my crayfish in my soup. So I'll be adding in the crayfish. So this is enough. So I'm going to turn everything together properly. Mamma mia. This my soup is very thick. Oh. Very thick, very thick, very thick. You can see from the look. Okay, I think I will still add a little bit of stock water to it. Okay, it is okay like this. So I will finally be adding in the stockfish. So I will pour it. Can you see the richness of this my egusi soup? This my egusi soup is so rich, so rich. It's full of richness. So I'm going to cover and allow it to cook for some few minutes, and I'll be right back. The soup has been here for like 15 to 20 minutes and it's properly cooked. As you can see here, I just left it on a low heat to cook, because the more your egusi stays in the fire, the tastier it becomes. So here is it. You can see here, mamma mia. So finally, I'll be adding in bitter leaf. I'll be using, it's a frozen bitter leaf I left in the freezer, so I don't want it much. I just want to put a little, just a sprinkle of it. Okay, I think this is enough because I don't want it too much in the soup. Goodness. So guys, here is the end result of our egusi soup. As you can see here, the richness. The egusi is so rich, it's so full of vitamins, nutrition, different kind of every is inside this our egusi soup. So guys, let me do pounded yam to use to devour this sweet and delicious egusi soup. As you can see here, so let me taste. Wow, it's so delicious, guys. It's so delicious. If you like this method, the way I do this my egusi soup, please don't forget to thumbs up for me, like this video, subscribe to my channel now. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe. Let's become family so that you will see more of all this my yummy and delicious cooking. So please subscribe on that notification bell. Whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. See you next in my video when I upload next. Thank you and bye.